My students enjoy reading articles from the newspaper or internet. These authentic materials can be very topical and enrich their learning. However, since they'll probably only be taught once, I don't want to spend hours preparing elaborate lesson plans for these readings. Fortunately, there are a few basic pre-reading activities that will work for most articles. I use magazine or newspaper articles that I download from the internet with my students about once a week. Here's one I found that I plan to use today. The reading level is about right for this group. I've checked the content and it's appropriate for them. Most importantly, it's on an interesting topic, so I know we'll have some great discussions and writing based on this reading. The first step of my pre-reading is to motivate students to want to read this article by connecting the topic to their lives and interests. Generally, I pick a discussion topic a bit broader than the article, something that everyone can have an opinion about. Since this article discusses a potential security measure for airplanes, I'm going to ask about airport security procedures in their countries. This discussion will get everyone talking and thinking about my topic. The second part of my pre-reading strategy deals with the article itself. I'll pass out the reading and ask students to react to several elements, including the diagram or illustration and its caption, the title and any subheadings, any big quotations or other unusual elements in the article. Analyzing these elements in advance has been shown to increase reading comprehension. In the third part of my pre-reading strategy, I'll ask students to make predictions about the article based on what we've looked at so far. I'll encourage them to develop questions that they hope or expect the article will answer. Then students can begin reading with their minds actively engaged and motivated to get the information. In the last few years, things have really changed at airports. It takes a lot longer than it used to because of all the new airport security. So before we read our article, I'd just like to talk a little bit about airport security in the United States and airport security in your country, what happens at the airport. Pedro, can you tell us a little about airport security experiences that you've had?
Oh, the first time that I came to USA, yeah, I learned about the new securities, the new safe, rules, I don't know. And I remember for me it was very strange to take off my shoes, my belt, and put outside the laptop.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Have you ever seen anything unusual happen at the airport with security, Carlos? Have you ever seen anything strange or had any strange experiences?
No, I've never seen something strange, but I feel the same that Pedro, because I have to take off my shoes, almost my clothes, take off from the back my laptop, turn on,
Sometimes
turn on. Be careful about the scissors,
Right. Even the
Gels.
little fingernails.
the liquids.
Many times I lost my perfume because always I forget they take. So I think it's more difficult.
Right, and perfume can be very
Yes,
expensive.
Yeah, sometimes
they
it's
put in the trash. So I don't know. Sad.
That's right, that's right. Well, I have an article I'd like to look at with you. I'd like us to read it together, but before we read, there are a few things that I'd like to look at with you. So let me pass this out.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Sure.
So the first thing I would like to do is to look at this diagram or picture. Carlos, what do you see in that picture?
I see a part of the airplane. Probably is the area for the luggage.
Mm-hmm.
Probably show that the luggage is separate for a special box.
Mm-hmm. Excellent. And let's read that title and the caption there. Pedro, would you read the? I'm talking about next to the picture of the airplane. So where it says bomb protection.
Bomb protection. A new blast-resistant Kevlar container can protect wide-body airplanes such as a Boeing 747 from bombs that slip past airport luggage scanners.
Okay.
Yeah.
So a
Sounds
container to protect the baggage. And Andres, would you read the title and then the smaller title?
Yeah. The bigger is Kevlar containers could protect jets. And the other is obstacles to the plan.
Right, and on the second page, there's one more.
Future technology efforts.
Great. Elaine, I'd like to look at one more thing. There's sometimes in a newspaper article you have a big quote.
Yeah.
Could you read that big quote for me?
Luggage scanners are 100%.
That's right. So just thinking about the diagram and the titles and the big quote, what do you predict about this article? What do you anticipate?
I think that this new kind of containers can prevent about bomb attacks. If any bombs can pass the controls, the scanner controls.
They say that about the obstacles to the plan.
Exactly.
Yeah, probably it's not 100% secure.
Secure, yeah.
Maybe the big quote is luggage scanner aren't 100%. That means that the scanners in the airport are not totally safe.
Right.
Or,
So what I'd like you to do now is to read the article, and when you read, I want you to think about your prediction. Is this about security, and what obstacles are there for these new Kevlar containers?
Could be the cost.
Could be the cost. Let's see if that's it. So let's go ahead and you can read this silently.
Huh.
This basic approach to pre-reading has many classroom applications. We demonstrated its use with a newspaper article. It also works well with magazines, journals, and textbook chapters in most academic subjects. You might notice that one technique I didn't use in this pre-reading strategy was to pre-teach vocabulary. It's often a good idea to let students read the article and see if the meaning of the words can be established through context clues. In this case, for example, I could have pre-taught the word container and elicited various meanings such as container of milk or contain your emotions, but discussing those meanings wouldn't have communicated much about luggage shipping containers for airplanes. Anyway, when the students saw the illustration and saw the word container in context, there really wasn't any confusion about it. Choosing the right reading level can also help eliminate the need for extended vocabulary work before reading, and when it's necessary, you can work with new vocabulary words later in the lesson.